So in this video, we'll set up our Unity project and then we'll download the text file from Google Drive. To start this project, I have opened my Unity Hub. Now I'll create a new project. So here top right, I have the new project button. I'll click on it. And now I have multiple Unity versions. So from there, I'll choose 2021.3.12 F1 LTS. Okay. So for this project, I'll use this version. So I have selected that one, and here I'll use the 2D built-in render pipeline. Okay, after selecting that, let's give a name. Let's give the name PEL spelling. Let's say spelling quiz. Okay, this is my project name. As of now, I don't want to connect with Unity Cloud. Later I'll see. So I'll disable this one and I'll click on create project. Now my Unity project is getting created. Okay, so I'll be back once this project is done loading. Okay, now my Unity project is created. Now let me do some basic settings. So for that, first I'll go to file, go to build setting, and under this player setting, right here it is default company. So if you want, you can enter your company name or any organization name or simply your name. So for example, I'll put Unity Insights, right? This is my project name. That's all fine. So here one thing is done. Okay. Next is my target device. So as of now it is Windows. Okay. So if I want, I can switch it to Android. So let's switch it to Android if we are planning for Android device. Okay. Let's select the Android and click the switch platform button. So based on your system performance, it will take some time. It will recompile the library, okay, into Android. Okay, so now my project is set up. Okay, now all my libraries are converted for Android device as I've selected here. Now I can close it. Next, what I'll do, I'll rename this scene. Okay, let's say I'll change it to different name called game or something, whatever you want, and it will ask you to reload. Okay, let's reload. Okay, next what I'll do, I'll create some folders that is necessary. Probably some folder called scripts, some folder for my assets. So let's say I'll create imports, etc. Okay, so this is how you can organize your folders, and inside that folder you can keep your assets. Okay, asset or script, whatever. Now there are two ways to manage your scenes. One, you can create multiple scenes, like for this example, left side you have loading scene, main menu scene, gameplay scene, and game over scene. Okay, so based on your requirement you can load that particular scene. And another approach could be, you have one scene where you have multiple panels like loading panel, main menu panel, gameplay panel, or game over panel. Okay, so for this project we'll go with the second approach where we'll have multiple panels instead of multiple scenes. Now we'll see how to download the text file from Google Drive. So basically this is my link from Google Drive, what I got, and ultimately we have to convert this link into this link. Okay, so what's the difference here? Here only difference, here you can see it's edit USB sharing, that we need to change it to export format text, right? So this is what we need to do. Okay, let's go back to Unity. So under your script, let's create a C# script, and you can give a name. Let's say download from Google Drive, right? So let the script compile, and once it is compiled, then we'll open this script into Visual Studio or whatever code editor you have. So as of now, I'm using Visual Studio 2019. You can use whichever version you have. Okay, so let it load. So everything is loaded now. So what I need to do here, what I'll do, I'll create a public, sorry, not public, I'll create a private string, and I'll call it file URL something. Okay, so this file URL would be my this whatever I'm getting from Google Drive, that I'll paste it here inside this, right? And now I need to create a I enumerator. So let's create a I enumerator. I enumerator, right? You can make it private if you want, and download file or whatever name you want you can keep. So here what I'll do, I'll pass the this file URL, right? So string file URL, let's change some name, file URL path or something, so that you will not get confused with this file URL name and this file. So this is a local name, this is a parameter, right? Next what I need to do, I need to start a Unity web request. Okay, so let's say using, and then Unity web request. Okay, if it is not showing, that means that library is not loaded. Okay, let's say Unity, let me capitalize it so that it can show Unity web request. If I hover on it, now it's saying you need unityengine.networking, right? This library. So let's click on it. So automatically it will get added here. Okay, so then give a name request and then equals to unity the web request dot get, and then you need to pass the file URL, right? So whatever URL you are getting here, paste it. Okay, and then what we'll do, we'll send a yield return, then request dot send web request. Okay, so here we are sending a request. Now we'll check if request dot result dot result is equals to unity web request dot result dot success. Okay, that means we have successfully received the file. So in that case what we can do, we can just maybe debug log or print request dot download handler dot data. Okay, or maybe text. This is what we need to download. So that means whatever is there in Google Drive, I will receive as a text file. Okay, now we need to call this enumerator in start method. Okay, and before that I need to change this file URL, right? So let's copy the file URL, paste it here, is equals to, because you remember I told to convert that this URL to this URL, right? So for that we'll do the replacement. So let's copy this file URL, paste it here, and we'll create call the replace function, which takes two method, right? Two string. In the first string, I'll copy this from edit and we'll paste it here. Okay, so edit question mark USP is equals to sharing. Okay, and the result I'll copy it from here, which is export question mark text question mark format is equals to text. Okay, so that one I'll put it here. Okay, so after this my file URL would be this one after replacement. Okay, and this file URL I'll pass it to this download file, right? So here now I'll call start coroutine and then call this method first, copy paste it here, and here we'll pass this URL. Okay, so let's summarize it totally. First we got the URL from Google Drive, one thing. Second, we are replacing this edit.sharing to export.format.text, and then we are passing this URL to this method. Okay, And here now we have this URL, the new URL. We are passing it to Unity web request, and then we are sending a request, and we are waiting for the success response. Okay. Now here, if it is not success, we can show a else case. Okay, and we can show print or maybe log error, debug.log error, and here we can show result.error, right? Just give a name so that error. Okay, so if any if it is successful, we'll get the text file here. If it is not successful, we'll get some error message. Okay, now let's go back to Unity, and we'll create a empty game object to attach this. Okay, so let's create. I like to keep it like this so that I'll know this is my empty game object. Okay, and below that I'll keep all my scripts. Okay, so I'll download from Google Drive. Okay, so you can keep any name. Okay, I prefer to keep as the same name like the script. Okay, that is not necessary. You can keep any name. So now in download from Google Drive, in this game object, I'll attach this script. Okay, now let's see whenever we play, are we getting any text message or not? Let's play it and wait for response. Okay, now you can see here we have the whole text. Whatever we have in our Google Drive, we can see the whole text here. Okay, so that means our next task is also done to download the text file from Google Drive. That's it for this video. See you in the next video.